Sure. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I'm so happy to see you all here this evening. Thank you again to the Dinner Divas and the Soup Troupe and the membership committee folks who helped make this a lovely evening to be together. If you're just joining us online, we had Tex-Mex Shabbat. We listened to Los Lobos and had a nice time together. And we're going to get a chance to take a deep breath, to be together. This week, I have something new I have to teach you, which is a new version of Osei Shalom. If you're going to be here in the morning for the bar mitzvah, this is a new version of this prayer that I'm really excited about, that Asher brought to me, so I'm really excited to teach it to you so that you can be the ringers for tomorrow's service. I really need a few extra plants. So we're going to join together. Hinei Matov, how good it is to be together this evening. Hinei Matov u'manayim, shevarachim gam yachad. 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 I am, doing a little extracurricular reading, as is my occupational hazard. And I stumbled across this blessing. Last week we talked about the brachot that were offered to one another in the priestly benediction, how to do that. And this week's Torah portion talks about people who are, talks about what the responsibilities are of the people to light the lamps within the Mishkan. And I wanted to offer this prayer for our congregation and offer this blessing that I just couldn't stop thinking about. So, God of old, bless our holy congregation. We are people, men, women, and children, old and young, lovers of Torah, the strong, the infirm, teachers and students. God whose name is mercy, God whose name is truth. Our lives are in your hands. Our time is fleeting. You number our days. Grant our congregation steadfast compassion, enduring devotion, strength, wisdom, and kindness. Let us celebrate together with fullness of heart. Let us mourn together under a tent of comfort and care. Together we will serve you from generation to generation, a light of hope, a light of love, a light of your holiness. Ozi v'zimrat yah is on page 6. Ozi v'zimrat yah, v'yehi li lishua. Ozi v'zimrat yah, v'yehi li lishua. Yeshua. Ozi vezimratya vayehili Yeshua. Ozi vezimratya vayehili Yeshua. Ozi vezimratya vayehili Yeshua. Because we lit candles at dinner already this evening, we're not going to do them twice, but if you're at home, this is the time that I would invite you to light your candles at home, so I invite you to do that. We're going to continue celebrating Shabbat and welcoming Shabbat. Lecha Dodi is on page 14. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki hi mekor haverecha merosh mikadem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ha'orech umi uri, uri uri, shidaveri, kevod Adonai alayech nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Voi v'shalom ateret balav gam v'simcha u'v'tzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Yai rai rai rai, 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 yai rai rai rai. I know I say this too often, but I'm going to say it again. As we transition into the next part of our prayer service, as we move from Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming, into Ma'ariv, our evening prayers, we have this moment of Chatzi Kaddish. Chatzi Kaddish, Kaddish is used 5 times throughout a traditional prayer service, although we have found ways to cut it down because 5 times is a lot of times. And all of these words that we use them when we're mourning, we use them when we're transitioning, are all words of gratitude and praise. And I just think it teaches us so much about how we can approach moments of transition. because at least for me, moments of transition often feel difficult. They're challenging the status quo, the norm feels off, everything feels wonky, what's up is down. This week, with the transition in my house, was that all of my clothes and books were in the living room for a while I moved furniture around, and Lulu, not happy. But that transition, I was able to find some gratitude because I remembered that that is our tradition, to find the gratitude. So I just want to offer us a prayer of gratitude at this moment. Just a pause. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath and offer something you're grateful for. You may want to say it out loud, turn to your neighbor, think about it internally. To pray is to regain a sense of the mystery that animates all beings, the divine margin in all attainments. Prayer is our humble answer to the inconceivable surprise of living. It's all we can offer in return for the mystery by which we live. How strange we are in the world and how presumptuous our doings. Only one response can maintain us: gratefulness for witnessing the wonder. For the gift of our unearned right to serve, to adore, to fulfill, it is gratefulness which makes us great. I'm going to continue with Baruch Hu. You'll find it on the top of page 18. I invite you to rise.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. I invite you to be seated.
I'm at the top of page 20. Will you pray with me? Somewhere at the fringes of night, the shadows of darkness soften, and earth comes alive with hints of light. My heart fills with fresh, bright hope as the world stirs to give birth to color. Colors are secrets not seen in the dark, like the promise of God when darkness is visible. Creator, you who bring dawn from the darkness, break the used goblets of my yesterdays. Let me find wisdom in the shards and grow in knowledge of your eternal presence. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Almighty One, who makes the evenings fall. Amen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol me'otecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo v'eineinecha u'chtavtam Al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Bottom of 24. Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Going to continue with Michamocha. This version of Michamocha is a repeat after me, so that's your job. But to me, this version just sounds like the waves of the water and reminds me of the embodied experience that people were having as they were walking through that miracle moment. Michamocha va'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nadar bakodesh nora tehilo osefele nora tehilo osefele Malechutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam livnei Moshe Miriam Zeili anu ve'amru Adonai Himlo Leolam Vaed Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Yai Dai 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 Hashkivenu. If you have not used this prayer book before, Hebrew is on the top of page 26 and the English is at the bottom of page 27. I know you joined me this week, as we always do, in praying for a shelter of peace, a Sukkot Shalom, for all of the people suffering from war all over this planet, all over this world, and join me in praying for those people who need that Sukkot Shalom here in our own country too. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu leChaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu leChaim. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now, so rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make this day a song of praise to you. So rock me in your arms and guide my steps. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu leChaim. rise and join together for the Amidah you will find on page 51. Adonai sefatai tivtach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, Bezocher chastei avot v'imahot, umevi geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham, be'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atarav lehoshia, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim berofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, michamocha va'al gevurot, umido melech, melech memit, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol, atah kadosh shimcha kadosh, ukadoshim b'chol yom yahalucha sela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. I invite you now to continue praying silently. You can use the words on the page, the prayers of your heart. You can stand or sit, whatever feels most comfortable for you, and we'll be back together in a few minutes.
Imrefi, ve'yon libi lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, ve'goali, ve'goali.
So, friends, it's so nice to have dinner with all of you this evening. I'm so glad we got to do that. I'm just basking in the glow, as I will never stop saying for the rest of my career. And I was reminiscing with Deb earlier today that the first 8 months I did this was me by myself in here. So having you in this building is a treasure. I never take it for granted. I'm always so grateful to have you here. And then, as we've come back into the building and filled this space up in so many different ways, it's always so nice to be together. And one of the things that we did this week was have our annual meeting. Business meetings, very exciting. It's definitely why I got into this job. And one of the things that I talked about was the Torah portion, because, right, once again, that's just job, right? And this week's Torah portion is B'Ha'alotcha. This week, the people are taught how to assemble and put together the menorahs that are going to go inside the Mishkan, inside the tabernacle. And the metaphor that I used, which got a round of applause from my folks, so I think I did it right. They'll always give me an honest review, is that each of us is we all bring our own talents. We all bring everything that we have to offer to this space. Right? We bring our artistry, we bring our minds for data, we bring our business acumen, we bring whatever it is that who we are, each of us helps to light those lights. And the light that we bring makes us stronger, brings us together as a community. And the thing about light is that once it's lit, it can be seen. That's the point of it, right? So the idea is that not only are we helping to light the path for one another, but we are also welcoming in and lighting the path for people on the outside to know who we are as a community and what matters to us. And each of you is a light to me. So I wanted to just reiterate that metaphor in case you missed our excellent business meeting. But one of the other things that stands out in this Torah portion so much to me is a piece of text that you probably have heard. The simple words are El na refana la. This is a moment in which Miriam is given leprosy because she and Aaron were gossiping about Moses' wife. Now, Aaron, the first question that you should ask is why wasn't Aaron also punished? Thank you for asking that question. So good. Thank you so much. The answer is because Aaron, unfortunately, went through the loss of his son several portions before this. And so God felt like that was probably enough. That's what the scholars say, right? So Miriam is stricken with leprosy because of this, of the way in which she and Aaron are talking about Moses, his wife, who is not from the same tribe. She is an outsider, and of the way that they're speaking about her, it seems a little bit xenophobic. It's not good. And Miriam is given leprosy and in this Torah portion by God directly. Rough to have a punishment come directly by God. This is how I think one could assume that if you do something bad, you get sick. That's not what I'm doing here. I want to be really clear about that. That's not how illness works. And also, that's not how life works, right? But this particular story really hits me because even though Miriam and Aaron were talking poorly about his spouse, and even though God was really mad to the point of wanting to strike her down with leprosy for the rest of her life, Moses goes to God to negotiate. Bless you. And Moses says, okay, Moses says these simple words that we know to be, so what we call it sort of like the first real prayer. It's like the first real supplication. El na refana la. El, God, na, please. Refa, like refuah, you've heard that? Refana, please, please heal la, her. El na refana la. And it just, as I'm thinking about these words, so much comes up, but one of the big things I think that this teaches us, number one, is that we can still, even if we're hurt by somebody, we can find some bigness. We can find ways to perhaps open our hearts to, depending on what the situation is. We'll pause there. But one of the other things that I'm really thinking about is the caretaking piece of this. Because I know so many of us are experiencing this thing where we are taking care of kids and parents, taking care of our loved ones, taking care of the people in our lives, taking care of our friends. And it's something that I think we do so well as a community, by the way. It is the reason I tell people I took this job, because of the way that we care for one another. And that's the true reason. It's not the reason I tell people. I don't say it like that. No, it's the reason I tell people because it's true, the way that we care for one another. So this moment of care that Moses gives to Miriam and says, please, I need help. Please. He uses the word na twice. Na is like, it doesn't actually mean please. It's more like this is a supplication. It's a really big supplication. Please, please. Hear me. It's like begging. And I think all of us in some way have experienced that kind of, whether we're caring for somebody that we love, or we are being cared for, or we are in pain ourselves, have experienced that kind of deep need for healing or for care. And we talk about this a lot because being a caregiver is not an easy job. It's not. And it's on top of all the other things that you're doing in your life, right? It's on top of running a household and having a job and, doing all the things that you have to do to keep your life running, and yet making decisions on somebody's behalf or having to make the hard choices to bring some people in to help. That takes bravery and courage and honesty with oneself and an honest look at a situation, which is why I think it's what Moses does is really brave. First of all, we know that Moses doesn't have a problem going before God, but when God is angry like this, Moses steps in and says, fix this situation, please, I can't do it on my own. I think it's such a good reminder. Maybe you're not a caregiver for somebody, but maybe there is a situation in your life in which you are thinking, I can't do this on my own and I don't know what to do, and I need help. So I think getting to take the example of Moses and asking for help is the thing that we can learn this week. Besides the fact that all of you are lights to each other and to me, asking for help when you need it is so hard for all of us who are conditioned, I'll grin and bear it. I could do it myself, individualism. But I think about so many situations in our own lives where we just, this is mostly for me. You can listen if you want, but I'm saying this for me. I need that. I need that reminder. Don't have to do it on my own. There are ways to get through things. And maybe reaching out for help isn't, hey, can you help me? It's, do you want to have lunch? Can we get together for a coffee? You want to stop by my office? So my blessing for us as we go through this Shabbat and through this next week is that we find a time to do that for somebody Because it's easy to show up for other people. Not all the time, but I think that's something that we as a community do well. But perhaps thinking about where you might need it and doing a little asking. Because the thing that is so great about the people in our lives is that they want to help. If somebody that you love knows that you need it, they'll be there in a second with bells on and probably like some kind of food item, knowing us. Let your people in. Ask for help. Follow Moses' example. It's a big step, maybe a little at a time. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Before we continue, and I have, we're going to pause for a moment to think about all of the people who we know are asking for that little extra help this evening. We're praying for healing of body and of mind and of spirit. We're thinking specifically of Elaine Silverman and David Sloan and Marilyn Janiak and Dorothy Halprin, Daniel Zendel and Mary Chezik and Sharon Curran, and Ted Golden, Joel Ben Moshe and Cindy Silverman and Shani Lewins and Wendy Demp. If there's anybody else you're thinking of this evening whose name you'd like to share with our community, I invite you to either rise or raise your hand to do that. And if you're at home, I invite you to say those names aloud or put them in the chat. Thank you.
Julie Palmer, Zoe Marcus, Norm Raymond, Catherine Duncan, Judy Casper, and Kyle.
Thank you.
John Gilmore.
Amen.
Adrian Phillipson and John Castle.
Robert Golden, Benna Golden, Douglas Golden, Rhoda Golden, Melissa Golden, Janet Golden, Dr. John Caldwell.
Bill Braille.
Elaine Shapiro.
Karen Borman and Chris Reyes. Lisa Denton and Kim Moya.
Yeah. My sister Ina is downstate, and she had a lot of problems, but she's getting better, and I'm very happy for that. And the second thing is that these ladies came here today about 10, 11 o'clock, and they worked all day long for all the food that they made, and they did a great job, and I think everybody should applaud them.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Sure, this is a moment for that. Thank you.
Linda Bagnetti, Sue Giprich, and Paul Johns.
Thank you.
Susie Morella, Jan Kahn, Mary Alice Dooley, and everyone suffering from sexual violence in the Middle East.
Amy Van Hosen, I'm not sure because her name's Dutch, I can't say.
Thank you. For all those people that we named and the ones we didn't, we hold them in our hearts. Misha Berach is on page 67. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor Abracha Laimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor Abracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body,
the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
El na refanala. Please, God, heal them. Before we conclude this evening, I'm going to turn the bema over to Debbie Amstein to share some announcements with you all. Many things are happening.
Thank you. Good Shabbos, everybody.
Shabbos, Deb.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees and our members, I'd like to extend a special welcome to all of our congregants and anyone visiting us this evening. Thank you for joining us. June is Pride Month. Woo! Wednesday, June 10th. That hasn't passed yet, has it?
No, that's this coming week.
This coming Wednesday, Royal Oak Family Pride. There is a volunteer sign-up in the weekly e-blast. Also on Saturday, June 13th is Warren Pride. And Friday, June 12th. Oh, those are, okay, wait, I'm gonna start again. Shir Tikva will have a presence at the following Pride celebrations, and if you are available to sign up to help, that would be wonderful. On June 10th in Royal Oak, on June 13th in Warren, and June 28th at Berkeley. We will have our own Pride Shabbat next Friday night, June 12th, beginning at 6:15 with Rabbi Elisha. And the Rituals Committee, and all of you. Shabbat doesn't end in the summer, surprise. We'll be having 2 Shabbat celebrations in the park on Saturday, June 13th at 10 a.m. at Grant Park in Royal Oak, and on Friday night, July 31st at Boulan Park at 6 p.m. That's right back there. There will be no service at Shir Tikva that night. It will be, well, there will be a service. It'll just be adjacent to Shir Tikva. Pamela Knapp, one of our congregants, is helping to recruit families who would like to host a foreign student, an exchange student. Please see the e-blast and Schreier or the monitor in the lobby for information about the students. We have a new mobile app for our Shul Cloud. Please see the Schreier and e-blast for more information. If you want to check your account on your phone, you can do that now. And the most important event and announcement of the night, Camp Tikva is back. Woo! Yay, camp! At Camp Cavell in Lexington, August 28th through the 30th. Registration is open. You can register on the website. There's a link in the e-blast. And if you don't feel like you want to spend a night sleeping in a cabin with somebody else, you are welcome to come for the day. That's something relatively new for Camp Tikva. You could just come up for Saturday and spend the day. You get to swim, have time around the campfire, study Torah, spend time with your Shir Tikva friends, and build deeper connections. So we hope that you will join us. It's a great time. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, Deb. Missing from that announcement is we do have services tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Bar mitzvah here in the morning. And then Dawson Edwards, June 20th, 2 weeks from now. It's going to be excellent. So the last Edwards child is having a bar mitzvah. So come celebrate with us. It's going to be great. No pressure. But I did just say earlier that he could leave, if I wasn't there, he could lead the service by himself and it'd be fine. Which is true. Not true about every student, true about this one. We're going to continue. You'll find Elenu on page 74. I invite you all to rise. Alinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kugei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkinu kaham, ve'gor alinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד I invite you to be seated for a moment. I am going to share one of my favorite readings called the Epitaph, which is in the old book. Will be in the next version of the book, so this is a preview. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men who wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've loved or known. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands and bodies touch bodies and by letting go of children who need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. This week our hearts go out to the Koski family for the loss of Joe, our beloved congregant and friend. Her funeral will be at Clover Hill Cemetery on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. We are also marking the yahrzeiting, the anniversary of the deaths this week of Edith Bernstein, our longtime friend and congregant, Robert Stern, our congregant, and Robert Kinzer, congregant. We're also marking the yahrzeiting of Helen Rubin, mother of Barry Rubin, and Alex Rubin, father of Barry Rubin, and Luba Leventhal, mother of Rochelle Rubin. If there's anybody else you're mourning this evening whose name you'd like to share with our community, I invite you to do that as I look around the room.
All those lives lost in Louis.
Amen. We rise and join together for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 78. Yitgadal v'kadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divara chirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei olmaya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, here and everywhere. And together we say, Amen. I invite you to be seated. I am going to fulfill my responsibilities to Asher and teach you this new version of Oseh Shalom. It might not, I've never done it with you. Doesn't mean you haven't heard it before. There are 3 parts. You know the words, Oseh Shalom b'imromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. And then the English words are, may the one who brings peace bring peace down. So I'm going to do a little, you'll do a little, we'll figure it out together, and I'll really need your help in the morning. The first part goes like this. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Try that. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Again. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Okay, that was excellent. Next part. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. That's the whole thing. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Now the English. And then Asher's going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4 because he can't help himself. And the next part goes, may the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bim Romav, oh say shalom. Bim Romav, huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Aleinu. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. You're getting it. Bim Romav. Oh, say shalom. Bim Romav, huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Thank you, everybody. Shabbat shalom. May you remember to ask for help when you need it. May you be a blessing. May you feel as if you are a blessing. And may you remember you are a light to this world, and we need you. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Huya'aseh, 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 shalom. Huya'aseh. Yeah, Rabbi, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Bring peace, bring peace down, bring peace. Oh no. Hello.